Namaste to all you cosmic souls and welcome to your reading today. Today's reading is specifically rooted to understanding first of all of the energies around you in this current present moment, and also tapping into the energy of the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on 17th or 18th September, depending on exactly where you are. So before we do that, let us invoke the energy and the focus to the present moment as we allow any other energies to be released. Just take a few deep breaths and come into the present moment so that your energy is completely present with you right now. And anything that you need to know or anything that you need to hear about will be shared with you in the form of guidance today. So, we're going to begin today's reading by tapping into the current energies around you, what it's looking like, how you're feeling. We're just going to dive into the details of it. So if you have connected with me today, there's a high chance that you may be receiving messages from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, especially from those who have passed on, and they are in some mode of a connection with you, trying to tell you certain things, trying to guide you into a certain path or a certain direction. So first we have Petro, which is number 7, and this lunar eclipse in Pisces is kind of invoking a lot of intuition. So your intuitiveness will be on a rise. You may be feeling very sensitive to the energies around you, people around you. You look at a video and you're able to tell exactly what is going on, not what is being said, but the energy that is being exchanged. Okay, so your intuition is powered up to that level at this current point of time. So using that in a way that will benefit you is extremely important if you connect with this particular piece of guidance. So with this card, what they're saying is that there's a lot of fire, internal fire coming out, and you need to channel that fire in the right direction, in the direction that feels, from your heart, it's pushing you towards like that certain point in time. So we have Le Morti, which is like a calling from the dead. These are the living, the hands that are coming through from the top. And the bottom, what you see here is your ancestors or people from the other world trying to connect with you. And you at this time, while you may be receiving a lot of messages that are more on a positive note, it's also important to keep in mind that you need to keep yourself protective because you are very sensitive at this time, right? So while your ancestors and spirit guides are trying to connect with you, that also creates a pathway for other spirits to connect with you. So make sure your shield of protection is open only to those beings of light that are here to help you grow, that are here to show you the pathway with the energy of light. Okay? And that protection shield protects any energies that are not serving you anymore or that are not going to help you. They keep it out of the shield. Like you can imagine a black tourmaline shield, you can imagine a white shield. It's just all in your imagination. It's the vision that you create in your mind's eye. You start by thinking about it. So feel free to drink sips of water when you feel like it. Just re-energize the body. Next we have Man Brigade. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but this is French as far as I can tell. So this again talks about how much your meditation and going within yourself, internalizing to kind of feel what that fire is doing inside you, how your intuition is rising, where it is coming from, and how you can push it out into the external and use it to channel your energy. So we particularly have candle flames all over. There's one in his hand, there is one that somebody is giving him, and all around the place that he is sitting. So you may be in complete darkness, but there is this light all around you, like flames of light, to just keep you internally awake but externally asleep, if that makes sense. Next we have mambo. So while this reminds me of a form of salsa, just dancing, flowing, movement kind of thing, I'm seeing a snake, possibly of protection. Actually, I really feel it's like, kind of like the Kundalini rising, your DNA, the energy that moves throughout the spine until the tip. It's kind of upgrading, and right now it's near your abdomen. So you may be feeling a lot of things in your abdomen. You may feel like puking out anything that doesn't align with you, just releasing everything outside, because right now you're releasing from your abdominal area. And you may also find that this could come in the form of indigestion, it could come in the form of stomach pains, it could come in the form of your lateral area hurting, your lower back or your mid back hurting. Not of the thoracic area, more of the lumbar region, the lower back towards the mid back. So all of these areas are currently sensitive, as there's a renewal of energy happening in that part of your body. Okay, and of course, while this is energetically in process and it is happening on an energetic level, if you feel it's severe and you feel like you need to get it checked, please do get a doctor's advice, because releasing that pain, releasing whatever is happening in your body is kind of a way of realigning it, right? So do not ignore any pains or aches that you are having. Get it treated immediately in whatever form or way that you believe is right for you. Next we have Simbi. Again, we have a lot of wine snakes, so the green wines, and this is kind of talking about protection in a way, creating a shield of protection all around you that we spoke about right at the beginning, and allowing that protection to keep you safe while you internalize and figure out what is going on inside of me. Yes, so, and it's not only of protection, okay? It's like you're clearing all the excess energies out, using a brush. It's like a tiny broom that you just kind of dust off all over your body so that as an act of cleansing and releasing the energies around you, clearing your energetic body, so that you have the space to create new intentions and allow new refreshing energies to kind of come in. Okay, for our next card, have a look at it first. It's probably out of focus, right? Okay, so this card is asking you to get checked up, like get a full body health checkup. Wow, okay, that's an unexpected, totally expected with the flow of the reading, but my mother just asked me, so when do we schedule the full body checkup? Shall we do it sometime this week? And I'm like, yeah, let's think about it. And now that it's coming up, in the card, there's probably a reason for it, just a yearly full body health checkup, not only a blood test, but also just see that all of your body is healthy. Is there any part of your body you need to pay specific attention to? This could also come like if there are any parts of your life that you need to give extra attention to. So when you give that extra attention to that part of your life, you start working on that along with the others, but more of the focus is going into that part. Similarly, with your health, if you have a lot of neck pain, figure that out. Maybe add some movement into your daily life, some yoga practices, anything. Meditation at this point, I cannot stress enough, is extremely important, because your breath, your body and your mind have to connect to completely align. Okay, so that is the current energies for today. And now we are going to go into what is this lunar eclipse bringing you? What is this full moon bringing you? I'm going to be using the Radiant Weight deck that was recently gifted to me. So what is it that is coming through for you during this partial lunar eclipse full moon? So I'm going to start with the first 3 cards that came through. The first being the Two of Swords. When we look at the Two of Swords, what we actually see is that she's completely blinded with the Two of Swords, just going into action without really thinking about it, just doing it. And it's more impulsive than spontaneous. Spontaneous is usually an intuitive reaction to a situation, right? But when you're impulsively doing things, you're not thinking anything through. It doesn't feel right from the heart, and you're just doing it, you're just jumping into it, you're stepping into it. So a lot of things may be happening around you and you're just not looking at it. You're not addressing it. It's happening, and there are even signs that you need to really think about this. You really need to go within and focus on this kind of a thing. But you're not doing it. You're not paying attention to it. You're not, completely saying that this is something I need to focus on and, clear this up so that it doesn't affect me later. Or, there's a cloud around you, a haze, and you're not moving through the haze to look at the reality of the things happening around you. Always sit with it before you take that action, that sword out. Before you take the sword out, sit, close your eyes. 10 deep exhalations. Continue these exhalations as I continue the reading. Internalizing, breathing in and out deeply, and really focusing on anything that comes through to you. Sometimes it may come in the most unexpected way, and the most unexpected thing can just pop into your mind right now that says, hey, I exist. I know you have a lot of other things going on in your life, but I think it's finally time that you take some time out to focus on me for a bit, so that I don't have to come back to you later and knock on your door. Next, we have the Knight of Cups, and this is, the first thing that came into my mind is like a romantic opportunity. So this romantic opportunity can also be like a fulfillment of emotion. In the sense, your emotions are coming out to be felt. They're coming out to be addressed. They're coming out to be seen. And you don't have to keep them within you anymore. And the people around you who want to see you expressing your emotions already exist around you. Okay? So, fish, yeah, emotion, you're flowing. Lunar Eclipse in Pisces, intuition is rising. You're just flowing. You're moving with your gut instinct. You're moving with where your heart is leading you towards. You're addressing your emotions, understanding them, stabilizing them, and taking action because of the way you feel about something. Whether this has to be a passionate romance, either with your already significant other or somebody new walking into your life. It can also be a romantic encounter with your dream life. Isn't it romance come true to have your dream life right in front of you? Like your dream career, something that you absolutely love doing. How much passion and romance would you need for that? So, in whatever which way this romance comes out, allow it to flow, because it will bring a lot of sensual energy into everything that you do. I also see kind of like a hesitation in taking that first step. You know, like, I'm ready and I want to do it elegantly. I want to elegantly step in. But you're also like, what if I just clumsy out and trip and, trip into it. I trip and I fall and I'm in this really amazing exterior all of a sudden, which is actually a part of your interior, and that's why you feel so good about it. So these are like the main 3 things that are coming into your life at this current point of time. In brief, or let's just, pass through them all. Address the things that are happening around you. Be practically understand it, and acknowledge the things that you've been putting away for a while now. Okay? Second thing is internalize, think, understand how you're feeling currently. And before you take any actions, just meditate on it, meditate about it before you take the action towards that. The third thing is allow your emotions to flow, acknowledge the emotions that are coming through, and as they come through, move through with that emotion, move through with that feeling that is coming right from your heart space. And the sunlight is slowly going down, and now it's the artificial light on my face. So we have the 10 of Wands. That is like a suggestive guidance, which is saying that amongst these 3 main things, there are some other things that may be affecting you also. Okay? So we start with the 10 of Wands, and let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The 9 of Cups. Okay, understood. As we spoke about, there's been a lot that's happening, and there's maybe a lot of you were suddenly getting a reality check of the sense of responsibility that you need to have in your life, and the way things are going, the way things need to go. And it's like becoming a very prominent thing, saying hello. Your shoulders are getting really heavy now. Yes, of course, you're getting really strong, but strength needs some flexibility too. So take time to relax and just breathe and flow, and then you can go back to your all-time busy carrying the heavy weight and load. It does, even your muscles need time to kind of re-energize. That's why you have rest day and you have a day break in between your gym days. or in yoga we kind of alternate the parts of your body, like in your gym days as well, and we have one day to meditate. So kind of organizing your days in ways of balance, so that you're not entirely like working every part of your body out and you have no time to just relax for a bit. Of course, find your flow, but be in that flow and find the balance within that flow also. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like this will happen in a very natural way. You won't have to force the balance will come naturally. Initially you might have to force it, or it may be in your mind saying, I think this would work for me. This kind of balance is something that I'm into, is something that can actually benefit me, and people around me won't get too affected by it as well. I think this is the right way to go. So these kind of ideas will be popping in your head, so kind of just focus on that. And slowly from the Ten of Wands, you're moving towards the Six of Wands, which is kind of, and I don't mean in the backward sense, but you're going all the way full circle and coming to Six of Wands. And this Six of Wands is kind of you finally being in your power and being able to take things forward in a very comfortable way, and you're not completely consumed by other things. So you're able to focus on this particular path that you have chosen. So that has covered like the main parts of the full moon eclipse. Now we will move to any guidance that is coming towards us right now. And for that I will be using the Moonology deck that is going to give us some guidance on the present moment. So why I smiled was because the end of a tough cycle approaches. So there may have been some struggles, some stagnancy, which is kind of coming finally, full circle and saying, I can breathe now. So let's see what the guidance is for you. Yes, yes they are. Emotions are running high. So because of the lunar eclipse and the full moon, the emotional intensities are extremely high right now. And being in Pisces, that intuitiveness and that extreme vulnerability and sensitivity is like on the rise. So you're like feeling everything all the way in its full depth. So for some of you it could be very, very intense. Could be very, very intense. It's a high possibility. But breathing through it and being with it is what is like really important. So just be. Of course, this had to come again. The end of a tough cycle approaches you. So you're coming slowly full circle, addressing these emotions that have been hiding in the background. And as you address them, as your emotions release, you start to feel a bit lighter. You're able to roll your shoulders and it's not like stuck anywhere and you have to push it. No, you're just able to flow with it, breathe with it. So I'm really happy that is the energy that is coming through, and that is the energy that is going to come into fruit if you allow the energies of this full moon to flow through you. Just as we said, flow through you. Nothing is set in stone. So no matter how things have been, if you allow a little bit of way and open space, they have the ability to flow and form a different pathway, or a pathway that suits you better. So you need to allow the space for that. And this guidance is saying that give yourself the time to open up, especially within your body and within yourself. And after that, you can open up in conversation. First, open up to yourself so you're more comfortable opening up with others, because you have already accepted that way. And to open up, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody about it, go ahead, do that. Okay, so that is it for your guidance today. I really hope that you found something that you were able to take from this reading today. I'm sure that is why you felt called to watch this reading, and that is why you are present here with me today. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I'm sending you all the love and all the light as always. I do take on personal readings. You can book them at trifoldflame.in. Yeah, that's all for today. Thank you again for being here with me. Namaste.